Peace, and welcome to another episode of Chicago Detox. So on this episode, uh, pretty much gonna report on the tragic death and assassination of Ermias Asghedom, aka Nipsey Hussle. Uh, you know, as we all know, unfortunately, pretty much at his store, some tragic events went down, and unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But pretty much the topic that leads my discussion for this episode is basically, pretty much, Nipsey, like he's basically in the hood, trying to make the legacy like live on as far as like with trying to embetter and empower our people, so he went straight to where he was at, where he was born and raised, and he took over a plaza, and they ended up buying it, and ultimately, him, I guess, by people having like access to him because he was always in the hood, that's what led to this unfortunate event. So pretty much what I'm trying to open the dialogue to is pretty much like how do you all feel about that? Like if say you're trying to, I guess, better yourself and you're from like a certain particular area, and like what most people do is they get on and then they just leave. They forget where they come from and whatnot. So it's like the reality is, what do you think? Do you think it was good for him to do it, or what? Do you think it ultimately led to his untimely demise, or what? You feel me? Because it's like, we at a point where it's like, the reality is like, ultimately, I'm trying to do the same thing that Nipsey is doing, that he was doing, and the legacy will definitely live on. But it's like, say like you being in a culture that like say does like hip hop or whatever, like, so it's like the stigma that the particular artist that you're dealing with, what I'm saying, like they're basically rapping about like violence and all this type of stuff, and they're from these particular areas, what I'm saying. But it's like if they're your peers, you might have your guard down, what I'm saying. So it's like, you might not be looking at them like that, because it's like, y'all, we all in the same, we all out here in the same, we all doing the same thing, trying to chase the same goals or some, at some point to some extent. So it's just like, that's really the dialogue that I'm really thinking about, like, what do y'all feel like, like I say, it's open to the comments, and definitely, like I say, it's like he, untimely, 33, and it was real, unfortunate, like, because it really had me thinking about, like, whoa, like, just being in, certain situations, like even providing this platform, like Chicago Detox, like we're trying to actually talk to the people that, that need the detoxification, from all the stuff that's going on. So it's like at the end of the day, like, those are the type of people that would, ultimately commit crimes like this, You feel me? And like I said, like, like I'm very, it was definitely heartfelt, you know what I'm saying? Because like I say, coming up, say you got Nip playing in the background, but like I said, coming up, like, I think I was out in Cali, and like, like I ended up, I didn't go in the shop, but I was riding down, Crenshaw, and I seen the shop, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really think nothing of it, but, like, my mans was, telling me, like, man, stop out there and get a t-shirt, So it's just like, you feel me? Like, man, like, it's too short, you know what I'm saying? So, like, the thing that I feel, I would just say, like, his legacy is definitely going to live on, but it's like, as a people, what are we going to do? Like, we all need to, come together and stand up, you know what I'm saying? And really get it going. But like I say, like, that's really what it's all about, how we gonna move forward and, you know, like, make sure, you know, Ermias Asghedom, aka Nipsey Hussle, make sure his legacy lives on, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the problem, like, in from hood to hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, they take all our greats. Like, and I don't even want to get into, like, the conspiracy theories and all that type of stuff, but, you know, like, for real, if we not doing it to each other, you know, then, you know, so it's just like, the reality is what's next, you know? So let's open up the dialogue, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chicago Detox. Peace.
He was teaching health. I fuck with Rick Ross cause he teaching wealth. Dropped out of school, I'ma teach myself. Made my first meal on my own, I don't need your help. All black, Tom Ford, it's a special evening. City council meeting, they got Hustle speaking. $1 billion project about to crack the cement. So one of our investments has become strategic. Summer 18, man, such a season. About to make my partners look like fucking genius. We was in the Regal, it was me and Steven. We done took a dream and turned it to a zenith. Anything I wanted, everything I needed. Gotta pace yourself, it's all about your baby. You can have it all, it's all about your race. I done took my name and carved it in the cement.